thoracolumbar rotation. Patient sitting on the table, the sitting actually helps part of the stabilization because their pelvis is going to be stabilized against the table. You still want to, I would still hold just to make sure that they're not doing some weird like hip hike or forward flexion kind of a thing. Arms are going to be across the chest, and you're just going to have them rotating side to side. Your landmarks, your axis is just going to be straight down the midline of the body. You're going to stand behind them on the table. I'll show you all this, but I just want you to see first. Standing behind them. Your stationary arm is going to be the line between the ASIS. So you're not actually going to be touching these things, but if there's a line between your ASIS, your stationary arm is going to be pointing between that. Because that way, if they do start rotating their ASIS, that stationary arm moves with them, so you're not getting a false over measurement. And then the moving arm is going to be the line between their acromion. So again, you're going to draw an imaginary line between their acromion, and as their acromion rotates, that's the moving arm moving with their trunk. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
And table, it would be low enough for her to touch the floor.
It would, sorry, it's not plugged in, but yeah, you would like to have feet on ground. This is not plugged in. And you can mention that if you, hopefully we'll have all of our high-lows and everything working for the practical, but if you're on a table like this, we'll understand. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then I'm gonna have you turn all the way to your left. Good. Any pain there? And relax. I'm gonna do some overpressure. Again, firm end feel. It looks like she had about 45 degrees to me. I think normal is also 35 there.
30 to 35 rotation, 35 for lateral flexion.
And again, remember there's those numbers where some references will say 30, some will say 35. Both are good. All right. So I said I thought you had 40. I'll preset. I say 40 or 45? 45. So I'm going to preset my Goni. And have you turn all the way to your left. And stop. I would lower the table too, just so it's easier for me to get up here. And then axis down through the body. I'm keeping my stationary arm where the ASISs should be. One thing you can also do, rather than having your patient cross their arms, is you can have them point to their ASISs. Can you do that for me actually? So that way you can see to make sure that they're still pointed forward. And I'm actually gonna line that up. And then looking at the acromion is gonna be my moving, and she has 38. And then you do the same thing, compare her, you can relax, sorry, her right to left rotation. Does that make sense? Questions about that for anybody?